Welcome to Subha's grammar class. Today we are going to study how to convert uncountable nouns into countable forms. Uncountable nouns and their countable equivalents. The first one, poetry. It's uncountable. Countable forms are poem, a piece of poetry. Poem, a piece of poetry are the countable forms or the countable equivalents. Now let's move on to the next uncountable noun, scenery. Scenery. The countable equivalents are sight, scene, a piece of scenery. Sight, scene, a piece of scenery are the countable equivalents of the uncountable noun scenery. Okay. Now the next one, fiction, an uncountable noun. Countable equivalents are novel, a piece of fiction. Fiction. Countable equivalents, novel, a piece of fiction. I hope you got it. Advice. It's an uncountable noun. Countable equivalents are a bit of advice, a piece of advice. A bit of advice, a piece of advice are the countable equivalents of the uncountable noun advice. Advice, a bit of advice, a piece of advice. Employment, job. Employment is an uncountable noun. Its countable equivalent is job. So always keep in mind, employment, it is not a countable noun, it's uncountable. The countable equivalent is job. The next noun, paper. Paper is uncountable, and the countable equivalents are a piece of paper, a sheet of paper. You can say a piece of paper or a sheet of paper. So those are the countable equivalents of the uncountable noun paper. Okay. Luggage. An item of luggage or a piece of luggage. Furniture. An item of furniture or a piece of furniture. An item of furniture, otherwise called a piece of furniture. News. A bit of news or a piece of news. A bit of news or a piece of news. Stationery. An uncountable noun. Countable equivalents are, countable equivalent is an item of stationery. Stationery, an item machinery. Of station. Machine, a piece of machinery. Machinery, an uncountable noun. Countable equivalents are machine, a piece of machinery. Information, an uncountable noun. Countable equivalent, a piece of information. Information, uncountable. Countable form, a piece of information. A piece of information. Cloth, a piece of cloth. Piece of cloth. Cloth, uncountable form, its countable equivalent, a piece of bread. A loaf of bread, a slice of bread. A loaf of bread, a slice of bread. These are the countable equivalents of the uncountable noun bread. That's all for the day. See you. Bye.